won an Ultimate matchup as you possibly get. R.O.B, one of the most common characters in Ultimate since its launch. Lucina, very popular for a while, fell off. Recently, as a result of Proto, has seen a little bit of a resurgence, but still not the most popular. And starting on PS2, what do you think of this stage pick for this matchup?
This stage, I would say, is very good. You have a lot of open room to kind of just move around and just continue that Lucina agenda, because one of the biggest weaknesses of R.O.B is that disadvantage. And you may be saying, but that R.O.B Nair, though.
Yeah, but if they're R.O.B's big.
But R.O.B big. But if you catch onto that R.O.B's disadvantage, you get your parry game going, it's going to be hell for the R.O.B because you're just getting juggled. You're catching onto his rhythm as well. And it's going to find it very, very hard to land because, as you said, R.O.B big.
Yeah, and that being said, R.O.B does still have landing mix-ups. He has the Nair, but beautiful Nair-to-Nair anti-air there to take the first stock. Steezy coming in, making it happen when it matters most. And it just really hasn't been able, and sorry, Brad really just hasn't been able to find his way back down, find his way to in consistently at all here. And part of that's just because he keeps trying to go in on Lucina.
Yeah. When
if he's opted to use top more, if he opted to use laser more, yeah, it wouldn't be as flashy, yeah, it wouldn't be as fun, but it can be hard for Lucina to get in on that.
Yeah, and the thing here is that Steezy's just turning up. There's no room for Brad to kind of slow the pace right now because Steezy's just immediately pressing buttons in your face instantly and always teching out as well. Brad pulling the trigger a little too early, trying to reap the tech in, but good laser, resetting him back to that neutral, but Steezy is still holding down the center. You can see him being very patient, looking for that one opening.
Yeah, I love Steezy's patience here, just opting for these slingshot nairs, trying to find his way in, but now with a corner situation, has the opportunity for an edge guard, but Brad is going to be so patient, find the up air DI mix-up on that cross-up, gonna take a stock, down 145, but R.O.B really is a character that can rack on so much damage in just a hit or two, that if he can get his way out of this disadvantage state, he might be able to bring this back.
Yep, all you need is one touch, and then you'll be out of time, but just trying to go for the empty low as well, not going to be able to get it. The backer, though, cut him back to the corner and just trying to suffer this ledge trap situation. You definitely have this here, dodging through that get-up attack as well, and finally taking that second stock with the Nair.
And that get-up attack is such a non-traditional option that Brad was definitely just not expecting Steezy to be ready for it, but he was, and now all the way down low, beautiful patience to find his way back. Finding an opening here, but isn't able to convert, or Brad getting away from the laser, resetting, and now another corner situation.
Yeah, and I just want to talk about one of the biggest strengths of Lucina, right? I've learned recently is that you have the best of both worlds. Okay.
What, that, you got a DI towards stage there. You got a DI towards stage
I guess you're
there.
getting sent to another dimension right now, but as I was saying before, you have that aggressive and kind of defensive switch you can kind of switch between and create safe pressure with your aerials, especially when you're shielding. You have -3, -4 stuff, and especially when you're locking things at the ledge, that is one of Lucina's greatest strengths. And with R.O.B, you don't have too many options to kind of come back like this, but if you pick your times very well, a laser may shine through, you get that opening, but you find yourself right back to the ledge, but beautiful patience from that Rekka.
Yeah, no, beautiful patience here, and in the corner, that was Brad's opportunity. Now you are on a platform over Lucina, one of the best characters at juggling you in the game. As you said, R.O.B is big. That's his disadvantage in this matchup, is his disadvantage state, especially when he's on stage. When he's off stage, it's a little bit easier because Lucina can't go too far out there.
Yeah.
But R.O.B gets juggled really easily, and we saw that really was the difference in that first match. I'd like to see, going into game 2 here, I'd love to see Brad start to use more down airs to stall, more back airs to stall. Try and mix up his timings coming down a little bit more, because while R.O.B is big, and while Nair is by far his best landing tool, the fact that he can mix you up by stalling with down air, we see Wadi do it a lot, we've started to see Zamba do it more. It's one of R.O.B's best ways out of disadvantage because you can force a commitment and then fall past one.
Yeah, and now with the thing here is, right, Brad really kind of needs to slow down this pace. He really needs to switch on up because Steezy's just already pressing buttons right in your face. And there you go. There's that patience. Good solid punish, get to the corner as well. And there's the thing this time around. You want to play the R.O.B game. You need to open up your game because Steezy wasn't letting Brad do that the entire time. But now we're kind of seeing a semblance of that R.O.B play going into action here.
Yeah, no, there's a lot more reliance on gyro early on here in this game too than there was in game 1. And that really comes from, as we were saying before, when I talked about how maybe he should be trying to slow down that pace of play, trying to keep Lucina out of that sword range that she's so scary when she gets in, and now the laser coming out. Brad has done such a good job with this mid-range zoning, but now Steezy's starting to find some opportunities, starting to make something happen, finding another corner situation for Snivy.
Yeah, that's right. Fair. Setting him back in the corner, looking to get again, but ooh, can't be swinging out there. Can't be overextending like that. I know you want to hang around for that stock, but you always got to be careful against R.O.B. And now, actually, while I do believe this matchup could be even, Zama loves to say that R.O.B actually wins this, and I could kind of see it because R.O.B has really good tools to kind of cut through these areas. Like, I'm not gonna respect this. I have top. I have Beyblade. I also have laser out here, and the rotor arms as well. You know, catching the low and high recoveries. That's Lucina as well. It's really kind of hard for her to kind of come back to stage against this character.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, you have Gyro, which allows you can Z-drop it and then get it into a spike. You don't really have to worry about Dolphin Slash as much as other characters. But again, now back to neutral. Oh, Steezy has done such a good job after a little bit of a slow start here in this game, too. Ooh, keeping Brad in the corner, but finding his way out, not at the up tilt up air conversion percent just yet, but the next one's going to do it. The air dodge is out, and the jump, no more resources, but managing to get back to ledge, getting back to stage, and that air dodge just playing it patient, not overcommitting, and Steezy's patience is really what's keeping him in this game number 2.
Yeah, in that situation, Brad had it, but Steezy coming out with the up air, taking that stock. Unfortunately, had the top in the condition of everything, just didn't pull that trigger. And right now, Steezy is controlling the pace of the game once again. Up air train, F tilt to the corner as well. He just has to find those down tilt conversions to finally take that stock from him.
Yeah, no, at 155, what started as such a strong stock from Brad, he just hasn't been able to convert it.
Ooh.
Finally doing so there on that regrab, you don't get invulnerability back, allowing the spike to come in. And now with the air, if he had a gyro, that could have been it, but he doesn't have one out. So Steezy gonna live another day. At 42 though, and at the ledge, Snivy, this could get ugly quick.
Yeah, but clearly Steezy knows the counterplay with that gyro, just jumping from the ledge and catching it as well, because you do not want to play around. You do not want to play any games with that top. And just taking it back in hand as well, just down tilting, trying to push R.O.B back to the corner right now. This is definitely looking like Steezy's stock for in control, but the laser just throwing things into the mix here.
And one of the things with Brad is as this game is getting closer to its conclusion, you're seeing him get a little bit more antsy, get a little bit more committal, move away from the game plan that's kept him so far, and that has brought what should have been a commanding lead in Brad's favor to a last stock situation. Yes, there's a big percent difference, but neither of these characters care all that much about 1% you're at.
Yeah, exactly. You know, R.O.B needs that one touch. Lucina can just ledge trap you for free, change you to the corner as well. And oh, good spot dodge through the S smash as well. See, Lucina pushing him back to the corner once again and catching these nairs from disadvantage, but the up smash scoop!
So smart, or just pulling the trigger there, saying, okay, you're either gonna land next to me, or you're gonna land on top of me. The up smash catches either one of those, and if you throw out, and unless you're not drifting full out right now, right? If Steezy was drifting full out, that becomes a lot scarier situation if you're Brad, because you can get hit by a space sword aerial. However, because Steezy wasn't in that up smash, even if it doesn't catch you normally, if you press an aerial, oh, it's going to extend, it's actually extended Lucina's hand into the scoop hitbox, which is why that one connected. Game 3, going back to PS2 once again, Snivy. And what adjustments do you think we're going to see here from Steezy?
Well, definitely, you know, in these kind of tight situations, you want to watch where you're swinging, especially with Lucina, because R.O.B, as he's shown already, can scoop you right on up. And we see the rotor arms trying to come out to play this time around in this kind of the corner.
I was going to say, I fully respect it. He just was trying to take a stock, get a little bit of cheese on that burger right there, making it all the way back to stage. Somehow routing anyways, but the Dolphin Slash going to do it. Such a patient ledge trap from Steezy. And I mean, that was beautiful. That was just 30 seconds of oppression. That was
quite the sequence. Controlling that space so well, trapping these landings and the air dodges. Always in the perfect position to kind of just catch Brad. But Brad now is answering back, trying to put him in the R.O.B up air chain and just in the corner once again, trying to read that jump. But unfortunately, the backer is going to miss, allowing Steezy to just tack in that there. And these wave dashes back, I'm really liking this. This spacing is looking immaculate right now.
Yeah, no, Steezy's both wave dash and slingshot so good, and that back air edge guard. Steezy's confidence disappeared a little bit game number 1 after he lost that first stock a little early, but it's right back here in game number 2, and he is trying to make this an under 2-minute game. Maybe able to do just that. Brad has not been able to get out of the corner. Finally does with a laser, but is it too little too late?
Yeah, he's saucing up right now. He's definitely cooking in the kitchen, setting up for this ledge trap as well. There's that side B into the nair. That is such a good tool. Just hanging low for the back air. He's going to be taken up. You know, this is game 3. We're moving on to that game 4.
And I want to talk a little bit about that last edge guard, because with Brad's positioning, Steezy delayed his fast fall. And that was so that he's threatening a down air, but then if you go, and if you try and fast fall and delay it, he can fast fall and catch you with a dare as well. Or what we saw there, if Brad tries to go even with him, since he's not fast falling, we get the back air come out.
Hold up.
Interesting.
The Roy, I like this. I kind of like this a whole lot.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it starts to better exploit. It leans into the ways Steezy has been winning this matchup, right? Which is that it's his confidence, it's his pace of play, and it's his ability to find these edge guards that's really been making stuff happen. And Roy is going to allow him to get...
no, rotor arm robbery!
Yeah.
The robbery! Oh!
No, I was going to say, he still had his jump, so he's going to make his way back, Snivy, but Roy, allowing him theoretically, if he wins neutral, to at least get more often interaction, get some earlier stocks, but he's got to actually get a solid win first.
Yep, that confidence is key, and Steezy is showing it so much right now. You know, that jab forward, trying to pop in the corner, and catching the parry game, the rhythm on the down tilts as well. It is Brad's turn at the ledge, however, but missing that back air and just not getting these sweet spots, unfortunately. This is, you know, not doing Steezy any favors right now, but hold up. Mario Party minigame.
Yeah, and he caught him with the roll in there, with the offensive roll in, something you don't see very often, then try to get a back air read. It didn't work. The reverse there, not going to do it just yet, but just an F of just a fair going to take the stock. So Brad, again, finding the first stock of this game, and Snivy, throughout this set, whoever's taking the first stock has won every single game so far.
Yeah, no, that is actually exactly right. But, you know, with Roy, that explosive kill power is so good. But right now, Brad is catching all these approaches on Roy because, you know, traditionally with Roy, he's a rushdown character. He wants to run up in your face and, you know, play really safe. That neutral B, getting a little too many ideas right now, and Brad, he's taking his time to kind of just fill himself out and just really bring that confidence right back on up.
And he still had, I was going to say, it looked like he still had his jump, but opts not to use it there. Beautiful patience by Steezy here. These are great routes to find his way back. Brad as well, pulling the trigger a little too preemptively. If you notice his ledge guards, Brad's edge guards, his ledge traps as well, are all guessing. They're not reaction-based. So, and it's really coming in to bite him against the more patient Steezy here.
Yeah, and you kind of saw it there with the down smash, because he would have opted to just go for the same place that he was kind of doing over and over again. But you blink once, and, you know, Rob's already at 76%. Roy, when they get those sweet spots in, they get those touches, it is so explosive. But right now, just getting dropped down to the corner right here, things are not looking good. And
that should have been it. It is, unfortunately, that directional air dodge comes out from Steezy, but still a really good route from him, and Brad almost letting that one get away from him by being a little bit too antsy. And I was going to say that get-up attack might have cost him his stock, but finding his way back to stage just barely. However, that back air is going to do it just like that, Snivy. We are last stock of this game for him.
Yeah, that was what Steezy was kind of just catching on to Brad from before, like those jumps from ledge, and the way he recovers in disadvantage as well. That's been allowing him to kind of excel in the set, because Brad generally likes to go low, and Steezy's always in that position, but if he mixes up on high, he's not going to be able to catch. But he is catching him right here with the gyro down smash.
That gyro down smash was so smart. And getting it again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Steezy's got to be kicking himself
waking
there.
up.
And
He waking up.
For it all. Jab, looking for the nair, jab back air, not going to do it there. Could have maybe taken stage control, but instead just opting for the damage, trying to find an extension. But you might be regretting that. Now you're back in the corner. You got gyro, no jump, and that's going to be it, Snivy.
Gyro saving lives
from Brad, but the thing to watch so far is the games Steezy has won, he has been dominant in. The games Brad has won,
it was a little scramble to the finish, but he pulled through. He pulls through.
I think if you're Steezy here, I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say we're not staying with the Roy. We're going right back to the Lucina.
Yeah,
he's opting to do that right there.
It'll come out another time, maybe.
I like Roy in theory in that matchup, right? You get one hit, and Rob is so big, you get so much. But his Lucina, just the way it's been playing, the way he plays so patient, I think it just fits him a lot better.
Immediately open up with the nair to the fair and the grab in the corner. He's already setting up for a ledge trap situation. Again, something Lucina excels very much at. And that damage already racking up. Up air calling out the neutral getter as well. You know, popping out of that shield as well. Everyone just loves to jump. And there's that jump. He's finally getting it. And the parry game just coming out online too. You can't escape. There's nowhere for you to run right now.
Yeah, I was going to say that actually that was only one of very few jumps that Brad has thrown out all set. And Steezy's really been ready for his other options. Up tilt, up air, gonna rack on some damage. And this is a juggle situation, but Lucina much better at landing than Rob. Brad not able to capitalize on it, just using the neutral, but putting himself in the corner. Not Gyro maybe gonna save him. Yes.
Yep. Gyro saving lives out here. I see Brad this game. While Steezy is taking an aggressive approach as he usually does, Brad has been slowing down, playing it very, very nice, and making a lot of smart decisions where it mostly matters. And for this, he's netting himself a nice reward at the ledge, you know, keeping him there with the laser and the gyro as well, because that gyro is basically free conditioning. It allows your opponent to kind of just, you know, do whatever they want.
No, it absolutely is. Gyro is so incredibly scary, as is really every item in Ultimate. The counterplay normally being, and you just have to learn how to play with it, but then get up attack once again. Every time I think Brad's gone for one this whole set, he's gotten killed for it. Steezy just has not let him get away with anything. And we see again Brad's over-aggression, getting punished, dragging on some percent, trying to get off the platform, but every time he pushes a committal option, and Steezy has been ready.
Yeah, Steezy really cooking Brad for these nairs here, but not ready for the route up air still on at the ledge, which is something we haven't seen, you know, Brad pull out a whole lot during the set. But, you know, Steezy turning around the corner, getting the Rekka to just force him on low. And this time, Brad going high, trying to anticipate the ledge trap kind of coming out from the high. But nope, just find himself right back to the stage and just getting his damage on up.
Yep, and again, he got caught by a get-up attack there. Now finally finding that up air, back air confirmed. Not going to do it just yet, but his fuel is not the highest. Finally not holding in on that burner. He's not going to get caught by the back air that time. Getting ready in the sour spot there to put you in a back off stage, but again, Brad's just trying to get a little bit too cheeky with it. Steezy has not let him do that whole set. Gonna make him pay, take the stock, and now Brad on his last stock here of this game.
You can see when those air dodges start coming out, you better start worrying, because Steezy right now is in dominant control. You gotta just reel it on in, relax those herbs, and there you go! The R.O.B back air, putting in the work, definitely back in the game.
Yeah, no, El Diablo coming in there. Brad finally catching one out. He's found a couple this game after really not hitting any backers all set. At beautiful parry there by Steezy as well. Oh, just not letting him get away with anything. And at 117 in the corner, this is where Lucina, this is Steezy's opportunity. If Brad gets back to stage, regains stage control, that's going to be it. But not letting that happen. The back air gonna come out, gonna take the stock. And Steezy,
yeah, I'll beat it out.
He knows. You saw him get that fist pump after he won that game. He knows. He's like, yeah, I was.
Third strike. I got this. I got that parry game. I'll beat it out. I love seeing that. But Brad's